king of the rappers, the mission.
What's going on, gang? It's Murado Music with 3-piece TCG, big Pirates TCG, and 2D. I'm coming at you with that Monkey D Luffy, and the D's for Don Quixote. Smash that like button, finger pop that subscribe, turn on the bell, and go down in the comments. Let me know, what am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? What would you be doing differently? All right, so before we get into it, I know you see the leader. You're like, yo, where can I get it? Yo, where can I get? Where can I get it? You gotta follow that link in the description to K Design. Look at the Zoro, that's lit. K Design, and use 3-piece TCG for 25% off of your entire order. The Booby Smoker. Do that, and then the memberships are live, ladies and gentle hams. I really appreciate every one of you guys keeping this boat afloat. If you are thinking about joining the 3-piece Navy, or as my man AJ calls it, the 3K piece TCG Navy, please do so. We would love to have you guys. Our Discord link is also in the description. Come be smashing finger pop and putting on that pressure, or big city hoop and get the whole shebang. We do emergency deck profiles. We do monthly deck revisions. I post my local locals and sweat sessions to give you guys a primer and a better understanding of what we do and why we do it. So yeah, you know, if you're looking to dive deeper, do so. You know, we got a great community, the best community, you know what I'm saying? So anywho's, enough of the silly business. Let's get down to brass tacks, shall we? My man Waffle was in the Discord talking about, hey, yo, what's the latest Ploffy list, etc. You know what I mean? The most competitive. Give me the goods, right? Well, yeah. And I was like, you know what, man? I'm about to record that video. I'm about to record that video for tomorrow. So, you know, stick around. Anyhow, I was wanting to get an interview with Infamous L as they go by on Discord, and you know, we haven't worked it out yet. But anyhow, I understand their list and what they're doing. So my last list that I showed you guys was the Wire, and I don't know if I saved over it or what the French toast. Maybe it's this one. Yeah. I didn't have Sanji's, but anyway, so it was Wire. Guys, I'm going to be real with you. I feel like I did a little bit too much cope. There is such thing as too much cope. I feel like if that tournament was a week prior, who knows what it would have happened, right? Because I feel like I was good, and I typically do this thing where I continue to cook and cook and cook and cook until it's overdone, right? I put a little too much seasoning on it, and I feel like that's what that list was. Everything did do what I said it does. It's not like you know what I mean? And it was interesting ideas. But after playing those matches that week, I decided that I'm going to play into this deck's strengths and nothing else, right? So that's how we've arrived at this list. So I'll give you guys an explanation over everything, and then we'll get into some smashes, all right? I know I've been putting out these feature-length films lately, one of them even involving the film package, right? Black Purple Luffy, Peanut Butter Luffy, you know what I mean? But anyhow, let's get into it. So you guys know that I may take one card from the top of my life to my hand, and then if I'm at 0 or 3 Don cards, add up to 1 Don card. Cool. We run Magellan though. We like to go second because into a lot of matches, Green Purple Luffy, Shanks, what's her name, Bonnie, which means Booby Smoker. Which means also black, almost anybody. We love seeing Magellan going second because we ramp, we play out Magellan, and then unless they're going to bottom deck Magellan, which most decks these days do not, especially in the meta, if you're going to go play 10 games, you know, you're probably not going to run across, you know, Boa Hancocks, right? Magellan is going to slow that curve down. So if we have Shanks going first, they're not going to be able to play out Ben Beckman on curb. They're going to have to wait an additional turn, right? And Ben Beckman, as you know, gets rid of just, 5 for 6, 5 for 6, 5 for 6. We'll get into my guy here. But so that's what we do with Magellan. We use Magellan to throw red and green off curb. and then just for the rest of the game they got to deal with the 6K body, right? Because they don't have a means to get rid of him outside of Beckman for red, and that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? Without having to take back those 2 Dawn. Kilimanjaro is here because one, if we were to return Dawn for a Gamma Knife and we have them out in the field and there's a walk it out, because if they don't have Tashigi, that is, they don't have the Tashigi, we can minus their kid into 8K. Let me put out kid right there so y'all can see what I'm talking about. We can minus their kid down to 3K, and then they will activate and they'll pop Rosinante blocker, right? So that's why we have that out there. Great 2K. Otherwise, if you're stuck going first, play them. Lynn, we went from 2. We were running 3 last time. We almost last time we came in second at locals, and we went back to 3 because Lynn is the strength. Lynn is such a stabilization card for this deck, and it's something you do want to see damn near every fucking game. You just no reason to not see Lynn, no reason to not play Lynn. We don't need 4 of Lynn, but we will get to Lynn with 3, and we're happy with that. Draws you a card, you know, gives you a life, puts a threat up, and then we're just kind of big city chilling, waiting to draw into the rest of our menagerie and start playing out these events. Sugar is a searcher. You play her on round 2, or if you're going second, you play her on turn 1. You get to search something out. Blah blah blah. Be mindful though. If you got a lot of Doflamingo, or I keep saying Doflamingo, if you got a lot of Don Quixote in your hand, you might be bottom decking a giant or a blast breath or fill in the blank, right? This is a pretty Don Quixote family heavy though, so yeah, you're pretty safe. This is just strictly searchable 2K. Senor Pink. Senor Pink is there because we only run 3 because they're a brick. You know, they got no counter values, what I mean, and we like to play them after we've played these out, right? And by these I mean these 2 and this, right? That's when we like to play Senor Pink. Of course, I always got to mention, if you haven't seen, check out the shorts where I use Senor Pink to play 2 Gamma Knives. So I played a Gamma Knife, Senor Pink, played another Gamma Knife, got rid of 2 wall kid outs and fucking 1 turn. Okay, 2 8-cost wall kids. Anyway, so yeah, that's why we're running 3, and they're a late game card, not mid, early, just late after we've already used these. Diamante. So Diamante is funny because I swear to God, I know what his sword does, but every time I look at that card, I feel like he's got a claw like this. But anyways, Diamante, the reason they're here is because, one, they're our 1K body, which is cool. Now, we did used to run Sangoro, right? And Sangoro is still a great choice. I stand by. You know, because by the time we're ready to play out Doflamingo, we can Sangoro, swing, draw another card, blah, blah, blah. Cool. However, Sangoro would seldomly get to do that because so many dicks, you know, he doesn't have rush, and so many dicks are like, yo, we've got answers for that. Well, some of them might have answers for 5 drops, but the majority of them don't have answers for 7K bodies, right? Because now they can't simply Ben Beckman our Diamante and he's gone. They're going to have to Ben Beckman plus an Otama. You know what I mean? They have to Otama, then Ben Beckman kind of deal. And or they're going to have to do the same with Rayleigh. You know what I mean? So what this does, Lucky Roo can't get rid of this. So this card goes great into the Shanks matchup. Can you win the Shanks matchup without it? Absolutely. You absolutely can. But we were just looking for bodies that will stick, and instead of bodies that like can do something great if they get the chance to, but kind of don't, right? So that's what they're here for. 5 for 7. Man, it's a big old body, right? Doflamingo, you already know, this is the genesis of everything, right? I came up with this back in February for Red Purple Luffy, and then brought it over to Purple Luffy. It's been feeling great ever since. Obviously, it's been doing pretty good. -1, yeah, you already know what it is. Same thing with Rosinante. We're just using this. Sometimes we'll get rid of a Gamma Knife, depending on our matchups. You know, we know what we can get rid of and draw 2 cards, so there's something to think about there. And sometimes we don't. Sometimes we hold on to everything. You know what I mean? If we got God Thread and it's mid to late game, we're typically going to get rid of that God Thread. You know what I mean? If we're going up against something other than green, we're typically going to get rid of Gamma Knife. You know what I mean? Usohachi, best card in the game, best 2K. I mean, Gamma Knife is just here for the green matchup. It can be pretty fucking difficult if we're not able to go wide and outside and put on that big city pressure. But yeah, we're gamma knifing those those kids after we've hopefully gone wide, and then we're swinging in with everything, right? Neural beam, we took the 3. Now we took Neural beam to 3 because this beats Blackbeard by itself. This is like Bonnie the card, but only for characters. But anyhow, this beats Blackbeard hands down. And it throws off everybody's fucking defense. Oh my god, it throws their defense off. So, and because of Rosinante, we always typically have 2 Dawn active sexually. So we do like the Neural Beam, and of course, off of trigger, it will draw us a card. Now, man, this has got me thinking about something else, but I'll try and stay on task. Gum Gum Giant, just the GOAT. God Thread, great to see going second, especially if you're going to pop something and then ramp. And then Blast Breath is just another Gum Gum Giant. We didn't need 2 of them. I would have rather had 3 Neural Beams, so that's the story with that. Gang, I'm going to be real with you right now. So for me, it's between this list or this list for me going to what I'm going to take to my next big tournament. Let me put the exact. When I told you I was thinking about something, so this is what my latest list that I posted yesterday, right? Because I was talking about replacing the 5-drop Luffy. I think this goes great into it, and I'm sorry I'm taking over, but it's between these 2 lists, right? And they actually, I'm being rude as fuck. This is just me letting you guys know, hey, yo, comment down below which one do you think I should take into the next regionals, and make it the one that I want to play, okay? But anyways, yeah, with all that being said, I'm torn between the 2. These are my 2 favorite children right now, and they're making Papa proud, all right? If you are going to take this, man, we are going to get into it. Okay, so don't worry. I've got a lot of matches for you, a bunch of different matches, and we're going to get our hands dirty, have some fun. All right, so yes, let's get into these smashes, shall we? We've been keeping that rectal thermometer handy, right? And been keeping it firmly against the sphincter of a lot of decks. Now, I know that anatomy sounds a little crazy. Wait, what do we get here? We chose to go second. We want to take their curb away. And we're just looking for some fun stuff. Yeah, we were looking for our Don Quixote, Doffy Among Us, and such. But anyhow, Monkey D. Luffy is definitely a... deck that people are wanting to make happen early. For me, being somebody who has been on the Navy since, I don't want to say months now, but it's been some fucking time, honestly, dude. Like, since the OP11 cards had been released, you can go back and just like, don't even take my word for it. Just go look at the videos. They're there. You know what I mean? I was doing it before any other creator. You see that I keep getting tagged in. But anyways, long story short, I just don't feel like Luffy is there yet. However, there are some spicy workaround builds that I've been seeing. And yeah, I think their potential is going to truly be realized in the next set. And I mean, you might even have your boy maining that Luffy Navy. You know what I mean? Because you got to represent for the 3-piece Navy. Am I right? So we've done some things. We held on to the God Thread. We were able to get rid of their Kuzan, right? Put it right in their Kuz. And now they're going to go ahead and play out that Sengoku, bring back that Kuzan, swing 5 at our face. We give them a 2K, which is letting them know, hey, yo, we either A, ain't got counter, or B, we're not trying to give you the counter we have. Now, this is where Lin comes into play. And yo, we're able to play Lin out. Oh yeah, grab another one. We're able to play Lin out. We're able to put Kuzan to the bottom. So now they're definitely not a problem for us to deal with unless they're going to bring out yet another one, right? We're able to search. We grab our second Doflamingo. The Doffy Among Us is important to grab off your searches because while you have 4 Rosinante, 3 Senor Pink, 3 of your Diamante, you only have 4 Dofalamongas, right? And that is what really turns the tide in every battle. The fact that for 8 Dawn, you get to cheat out 13 Dawn worth of cards, right? Especially, and these aren't just vanillas, with the exception of Diamante, they're all actually giving you effects. Now, we find ourselves at 10 Dawn, and we're very happy to be here. And I say, yeah, let's go ahead and, we want to search? Okay, we'll search. Grab a 2K off that search. Would have loved to draw into that big mom at some point, but I think we're going to be going wide for the rest of this match, right? So we choose not to, I don't think we're going to trash any cards because we could use both of these right now. And we have a pretty healthy hand already, right? So we do have 7 cards. We are ripe for an Isho. I don't know of many lists that run Isho outside of yours truly. You know, I think even some of them are messing with that Kuzan, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, it looks like they're gonna Suru, they're gonna Hina, and then they're going to pop. Am I thinking of, are they Kobe? Okay, they Kobe over the Hina. Okay. All right. Now what's a little cray, not too cray, but a little cray, is if you're getting rid of my threats, wouldn't you want to have all the swingas you can and let go of that Becca that you can possibly bring? Well, I don't know. That's their problem, not mine. For this, you know, yeah, we take, and I guess we're gonna go ahead and save those Noro beams and that Gum Giant for when we really need it, right? We got our 1 of Blast Breath, right? And Blast Breath, like I said, I took down to 1 because I already got 4 giants that do the same thing but better, gooder, you know? Well, sometimes you don't want to -2 Dawn, but they do the same thing, and we got pinks to run it back, so it's not that big a deal. And right now, we have our opponent in a predicament, right? They are running out of cards. And we don't want to just keep swinging at them, especially when they're 6K leader. Let's swing into that face, or excuse me, let's swing into those Hinas and get rid of the cards that are on board, right? So that's exactly what we're doing. Now we're going to be able to, I can actually Rosinante again and then get rid of that Blast Breath. Yeah, and then we could draw 2 more cards. That's what I'm thinking right now, because we do have a pink. We get rid of the giant instead. Okay, so we get rid of the giant because of, oh my gosh, oh brother, this guy stinks. You know what? I go ahead and pass it right back to him. That's the kind of guy I am. That's the kind of guy I am. It doesn't make a difference that I have 10 Dawn active because frankly, I didn't use all of my Dawn. And I was going to get 4 Dawn active anyways at the end of the play, so I was going to be able to use any and everything I wanted to. We're going to go ahead and use that. We're going to turn Sengoku sideways. Yeah, okay, we turn Sengoku sideways. We can give him a 2K. Yeah, I am going to use the 2K I drew because that's the fucking penance you pay. Anyways, and we cleaned it up. We cleaned up. Now our plate has served. Everybody's sideways, ready to get F'd in the A while Sanji watches, right? So we're going to swing 5 there. Oh, yeah, we love that. We love that. You're going to actually, okay, well, then we'll swing 6 into 5. Cool. Now we'll swing 9 into 7 now. Let's swing into, we're going to develop first. Okay, I can go for some development. Yeah, let's Senor Pink and let's bring back that Gum Giant, or the Noro Beam would also be great, but we bring back the Giant. Because we got some cards in our hand we're willing to filter. We give 6 there. Cool. Now we're going to go ahead and swing 10 into 7. They likely do not have 2 separate 2Ks. And sure enough, they don't. And again, we could be going for life. We're not overlooking, you know, like, hey, you know, for those of you who know the lore, I'm a firefighter, right? You don't walk past fire. You don't leave fire behind you. You know what I mean? You put that shit out, right? So that's how we're treating it in this circumstance. They go ahead and quit. And I wonder why. Let's see what they just do. They swung 8 to 6. Yeah, we were gonna Gum Giant that, and they said, you know what? That's enough of that. We were gonna draw into a 2K and something else. And then of course after that we were just gonna light them up, right? They only had one threat for us to swing into, so we could have cleaned that up, and then we could have one, two, 3, 4, 5 outside of that. 5 swings outside of our swing into Sanji, and you know, while they would have had some cards, but it wasn't going to do anything. And so this is that strictly dickly business that I'm talking about with this deck. This is just straight competitive. This is me saying, you know what, we've done enough cope. Let's get back into lines of play. Enough lines of cope. Let's go to the next. Okay, so Piss Kid is always feeling like a bit of a wild card, right? We didn't like our hand there, so we went ahead and mulliganed the it back. Piss Kid's a bit of a wild card because you don't know. It's true to yellow form. It's true to form with yellow in that it will high roll your ass at times, okay? Other times, not so much. Other times, it is more dealable withable, right? So anyways, we are going first, and not by choice, right? But we develop our Kamazo because we found a lot of value, and even though it's a 2K counter, there's a lot of value in getting that body out there, start swinging, start getting counters from them, right? You know, you got to understand that while every card game is inherently RNG, the things that you can do to help your case are continually taking value and getting the most value from your cards, right? So while this is a 2K counter, if it continues to take more counters from their hands than it does, you know, the 2K it offers for me, well, then it's going to get, you know, gone, right? I'm not sure at all why they got rid of Kamazo instead of Diamante. Maybe Nami's a 4, gets rid of a 4. No, I think they get rid of a 5. That might have been a misclick. Bit of a misclick. Either way, I get Johnny dangerously, and I go down to 1 life, and I'm thinking, you know what? Let me go ahead and let me put that Nami to the bottom. Now, the Nami to the bottom is going to be a little bit of an annoyance because we do know that they are able to KO threats, right? So, yeah, anyhow, we're going to go ahead and swing with Diamante, which is a big body 7K swing, right? And we do know that they will have access to the law. C'est la vie. We put Diamante in our trash, and they Captain Kid our big old mama. And now they've got a big blocker, okay? Well, lucky for us, we do have a play of Duffel Among Us into the Rosinantes, right? Now, here's the thing, and I've been telling you guys this. They can have a 12K, they can have a 30K blocker, but if we have more threats on the board than they have blockers and cards in hand, they're going to have to come out of some life or some cards. Something's going to happen, right? We're going to be taxing that ass. So even though it's 9-5 Dolly Parton, they are going to have to give us that counter, or they're going to have to block and give us a card. They're at 4 cards either way. Now, I am tempted to, or I was tempted to trash the Giant just to draw 2 more cards, only because I still have 2Ks. However, I don't think that would be too wise in the long run of this. So they're going to go ahead and swing 11 into 5. I have to understand that after this 11, they are threatening a, 13? And if I'm having an issue blocking an 11, it would only make sense for them to give me 13. I can go to 9, 11, and 13 total. So we don't want to play it like that. We're going to go ahead and get rid of the 11 while we can. And now we're going to see what they're going to do with the remaining 4 Dawn. They decide to go ahead and go for Lin Lin, and you got it sold. That kid, between trashing and swinging, has gotten rid of 2 big mobs. That's fucking crazy. So we draw into a Senor Pink. Happy to do so. We get our Gum Gum Giant back. You know what I'm saying? Up, down, left, right. Oh, switch it up like Nintendo. We can do, I'm counting out the 9s really. We can do 2 is 9, 3 is 9, and then 1 is like whatever, right? So we can just do 1 7, and then a 7, and then a 9, right? I'm crazy. But the thing is this. I see the top card on their deck, and I know that they're not going to be able to, you know, do anything with it, right? So we're going to settle out of court with a 7, then a 9, then a 9. Okay, so we're putting on that big city pressure. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You put me in this position, my hands are tied. What do you want me to do? 9 to 5 Dolly Parton style. Oh, are we gonna do that? We could have. Okay, so I'm a little skep because they actually take that to hand. They don't try to KO anything. Okay, they could have blocked and given me a 1K. Okay, I just saw their name. Okay, anyhow, what's they got for me, man? Okay, so they're coming down to just this. So they know I got a Gum Gum Giant in my hand. They know I got the Giant in my hand. And it's coming down to 12 and 12. And if you're going to do even swings, then I'll just do that, right? Yeah. Yeah, I had it in my hand. GG. Fuck this game. Why do I hesitate to cuss when I'm reading their shit, right? I'm like, okay, is this guy gonna have a fucking meltdown? Gum Gum Giant, thank you. And then an immediate disconnect. I wonder if we can split second. Kind of seeing what they had. No, it was all in a split second. But yeah, oh shit, I'm trying to get it right here. Anyways, I don't know why people get like triggered on a sim game or a regional game or any game. I mean, what the fuck? Like, especially this though, because first off, if you're yellow, you know you're doing cheap shit. Like, as in, like, you are messing with life. You're doing this, you're doing that. It's stuff that doesn't feel like One Piece, traditional One Piece, right? Or kind of any card game. But anyhow, I got no hate for that. But like, you knew I put the Gum Gum Giant in my hand. You know, you're upset that I used it. Oh well. Anyways, this is how it can look. There was a couple things, you know, we could have had more counter. We could have had, you know, whatever. We don't like to get this low, but I mean, kid can be tricky, but you can also win. So, I came across a Nami and I'm like, you know what, man, I'm gonna play this one for sure. I've been looking for a Nami because I was like, you know what, Nami's, you never know, right? And I feel like it's good to periodically test your deck against a Nami and figure out just how well it does, because let me tell you something, the one list you don't want to get caught with your pants down is as a Nami. Okay, so we're gonna Hitokuri, I can't read that from here for some reason. Kamazo out, right? And what Kamazo's gonna do is a couple of things. One, when we, you know, -1 Dawn, it's going to be able to KO Kaya, which is huge in this matchup. We've got multiple ways to get rid of Kaya. We've got Kamazo, and we've got Godthread. We also got like Big Mom in a pseudo fashion as well, right? So anyways, we're able to keep the board clean. And what you're going to want to do against Nami, people ask, and so Nami's a little bass-ackwards, right? Where there's a school of thought where if you have your bigs out, right, you swing your 9s first to fish out those white snakes or snake smokes or whatever, I forget what they're called, but it's the event card that allows them to trash and gives them +1K for the turn, right? And you want to do that first. That's why you swing with your 9s first. So when they activate those, then you know what you got to add for your other swings for them to be valid. You know, one thing I will say is that, look, Nami needs cards and Dawn, okay? If they have a lot of Dawn and no cards in hand, swing the fuck away. If they have a lot of cards and no Dawn and no cards, I forget what I just said, but if they only have one and not the other, swing the fuck away. So anyways, we're establishing another Big Mom. I mean, guys, we're cooking faster than I can fucking talk, okay? Like, this is crazy. With that school of thought, I'm going to go ahead and swing, because right now we have them at a fairly even amount of Dawn to cards in hand ratio, right? So I'm going to see what they got for me. They got that Gum Gum Giant Gavel. They're going to, I think they get rid of one. Okay, cool. So they're getting rid of some shit right now. Then they're going to use that. Oh, that's gangbusters. Oh, that means we're going downtown, boys. Oh, we're going all the way. Swing 6. And, yeah, swing that 5. Probably should have swung that 5 and then the 6. But anyhow. Oh, I swung the 6 first because I wanted to see if they were going to white snake me, and then I could go ahead and Kamazo. Otherwise, I wanted to keep that 1 up for blast breath so that if they swing into my Kamazo, if they swing heavy or something, I can keep them alive. Fuck that. I guess they got rid of both of them. But I would have been able to keep them alive so that when they play out another Kaya, I can continue to use Kamazo's buffoonery. Now we're going to swing 9 into 5 Dolly Parton style. They got no Dawn up. They got no cards in hand. This is looking like it's all coming up us. I am curious to know how many cards they have left. Their deck's looking pretty girthy right now. Yo. All right. We're chill. We're going wide and outside. Get rid of God Thread. A little hesitant to get rid of God Thread, I ain't gonna lie. But we got to draw 2 more cards for a trouble. We swing 7. We don't need to. And yeah, we're big city hooping right now. This game is over. Yeah, there's nothing they can do actually. There's absolutely fucking nothing they can do. They can solid Chanji's peel off. They can get Gum Gum Giants. They're not gonna fucking win this one. Mr. Hanger. Ain't nobody got cakes like Mr. Hanger, by the way. That motherfucker, all he does is deadlift. Okay, get the Kaya. But down at 21, we're really not worried about this. Yeah. Actually, it's a bit of a gain for them. They're really doing it actually. But they got no Dawn. Yeah, this game's over. What am I saying? Yeah. So that's going to be 3 9s. They disconnect. It is what it is. This is what it is. What it is. You just want to be able to control their Kayas. And you want to make sure that you have some sort of removal ready for them. Because if they are to do that snake dance and put them back in their hand, oh boy. That gets rough. Make rough the cram dog. All right. So this is your Nami match. Looking pretty straightforward. And I'm happy with the way we performed. Let's keep it going. Let's see. I think this is right after that last one. That's funny. What was our first hand? Our opening hand was what? Okay, this. And they chose to go first. I'm surprised we mulliganed and did that. Yeah, because we would have wanted to keep that. Maybe I fat thumbed it or something. Every once in a while that'll happen. But yeah, so I'm gonna swing 5 at that ass, and then they're expecting to be able to play out their Sanji pudding. That's not gonna happen. Not this turn. No sir. We got that Magellan for that ass. Yes sir. Let's see what you got for me. 5 to 5. We take. Okay. They get out Zoro. All right. Oh, they +2 their Zoro. That means yes, there's a no KO zone right there. No flex zone. I actually go ahead and take 1 more, and now I'm getting aggressive with my life because I'm thinking, yo, I'm gonna go ahead and play this. I'm gonna get rid of that God Thread. I draw into some combo pieces. We're gonna swing 6 and we're gonna swing 7. Put on that pressure. You know what I'm saying? Putting on that pressure, okay? Now, 7 to 5. We get that. Okay, cool. 2 Dawn up. We're definitely not looking to use anything right now because next turn we want to be able to play out Dofalamungus into something. Actually, I got 2, 4. I got 7. Well, yeah, I got 7. So if I were to use a Noro Beam, that would still keep us in line with... that would still keep us able to play Don Quixote Dofalamungus. They freeze Magellan. Not worried about that whatsoever. They draw an Uso Hachi Miso Horny. For this one, it's looking like we're going to take... Oh, yeah. Take that ramp. Take that ramp. Oh, that was so beautiful. Okay, so now we get to Dofalamungus. And to Senor Pink, bring back the Noro Beam. Yeah, things are looking like they're coming up our way, gang. exactly the way we ordered it. So the conversation here is, are we trying to pressure life or are we trying to get the... Okay, so we decided to swing into face here, okay? And we did get a counter. We're going to go ahead and swing 6 into face again, okay? See what we can get out of them. We get a 2K, okay? So we got a 1K, a 2K. We got 4 Dawn active. We got 2 Neural Beams and a Gum Gum Lightning, or Giant, excuse me. We're very happy to be here. We're going to Neural Beam that pudding, okay? And we're staying healthy. Well, we're not that damn healthy. We are at 1 life, but we're ready to... We're poising ourselves to drop the Big Mom next turn, right? So at 7 Dawn, it looks like. Okay, they play Luffy Tar. I was going to say at 7 Dawn, they can get out their secret Luffy. Up, down, move it up, down, left, right. Oh, switch it up like Nintendo. Backside into Fakey. But they don't. They just... Luffy Tar's, that's a solid play. That's a solid play. You got to get out a blocker and all that good stuff. That's fine. I'm going to give them my 2 searchers. Yeah, we're not going to be playing them out. They freeze, okay. But what they're presenting again is no Dawn active. So, yeah, you know what I mean? And they've already used their Going Merry. And at this point, I'm still like, you know what? I'm going for face. I'm going for that face. 5 to 6. That was me big city capping. What the fuck was that? Oh my God, I'm pissed I did that. We're going to take that. We're going to probably put that pudding back to life. Yeah. So I guess I did it this way so that if they were to play out or put on any big city pressure, I would have the Neural Beam sword and the Gum Gum Giant. I did realize I just gave them big city pressure. They don't put on big city. Only we put on big city pressure. They think they... Look at this big city development, okay? Look at this. Imagine if this was Sim City. What would that look like? Crazy. Okay, so we're going to give him the Gum Gum Giant. We're getting rid of Gamma Knife. We make it past that one. I think the game's done. Cocinado. I think they're cooked. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We ain't worried about shit. We can actually not worry about shit. We can actually use Neural Beam just to turn their blocker sideways. Actually, no, we're not going to do that. We can take this, and then when they swing with their leader, then we can turn that blocker sideways. Actually, apparently, we choose to do fucking no such thing. We want to stay healthy. We draw into 3K worth of counter. We still got the Neural Beam in hand. And that Neural Beam, by the way, will shut down that fucking $80 Luffy, which if you guys, like I said before, if you guys are paying that much money, I don't know what to tell you. It's called therapy, okay? I'm not sponsored by anybody, but please do go out and speak to somebody, okay? I'm here for you. I'm here for you. If you feel comfortable, talk to me, okay? I've been playing the game for a while. Let me tell you, these cards will come down. They will come down. Anyways, 9 to 6, 9 to 6. They're going to have to give me everything in the world. Another Gum Gum Giant. They have 1 Dawn total. Let me tell you, one thing we're not worried about is the crackback. One thing we're not worried about is that pinche crackback, okay? I can literally play a Big Mom over, yeah, Magelli and just move a target. I can put that Sanji. Yeah, put the Sanji there. And now we know that their last life is a 2K. We're back at 1 life. They've got 3, like it's like their last 3 brain cells rubbing together. Because I mean, this deck really does go dumb, but how dumb? A little too dumb, unfortunately. So they go ahead and call it there. We had a giant, which is just grotesque. And this is kind of how this matchup goes, man. So when they have the Going Merry, you typically are going to lose all the value you would get out of your God Thread because you want to be able to pop that pudding, right? And they're going first, you know, etc. Blah blah blah. That's when you really like to get your Magellans on curb. You guys get to see just how much work Magellan does in different matchups. I know if you're just joining us, do yourself a favor and get into those playlists. And if you're able to, I also have memberships I also have a membership available, which will give you access into, you know, the Purple Luffy matchups, the Ploffy matchups from my locals or sweat sessions online. And you will get to see just how much this Magellan throws people off. But yeah, just another classic example of that. And, you know, this is why we're running 3 big moms. This is why we're running 3 Normal Beams. You know what I'm saying? Diamante hasn't shown up yet, but I'm sure they will as we continue through this video. Let's go next. Hey, so, yes. Now, I was just talking to you guys. I choose to go second. Oh, we're keeping that hand. We're keeping that hand. I think we didn't even mulligan. Anyways, I was just telling you guys about how Diamante shows up. I was just telling you guys how Magellan shows up. I think Diamante shows up great in this matchup. I'm not sure. You know, I kind of don't remember whether or not it's going to be showcased here or not. But anyhow, Magellan always shows up for us in the Shanks match. Oh, my goodness gracious. But, yeah, okay, we're going to get 7-5. That sucks. We could block out of that. We could also hold off and just give them 2 2Ks. We go ahead and take. Are they going to give us 8? That's the question. Are they going to give us 8? If they give us 8, we can give them 2 2Ks. Or we can take. We decide to give them 2 2Ks. All right. And now's a good time to ramp Smoke If You Got Him. Am I right? And now we can also Rosinante into trashing something. Now we want to clean up that board. Yeah. And even if they minus, they would still have to give us 2K, whatever. So we're going to swing 7 in the face. Even if they minus, they still got to give us a 2K counter. Okay, so now we're going to Rosinante. And we're going to get rid of some trash. We're going to, we're going to trash a Normal Beam, draw into 2 Magellans. Now, we are at 7. If we go to 9, take a life, go to 10, and drop 2 more Magellans, that would be what we in the biz call Dick Dastardly, okay? But it looks like I'm going to settle out of court. I'm going to give them that 2K Giola. They cannot Beckman us, which is what I know they really wanted to do. They got to think. Okay, so they're going for that. We can blast breath that ass. Yeah, we blast breath them. We don't care. We don't give a shit. Shit. So now we can Doffy Among Us into either a Rosinante again, or we can play out a Senor Pink and put us another event in our hand, right? You know, we got some options. We're going to swing 5 just to get that minus out of the way. Let's see. Because we know that we're going to use all 8. One way or the other. Shit, we could even play another Magellan if we wanted to be complete assholes. But I think right now, me today, is thinking that Doffy Among Us into some sort of play is the way to go. We've got 1 2K out of their hand. We got a life. There we go. Let's get Senor Pink. We get, really, the way I would have on this day in May, pulled out Pink and grabbed another target. But you know what? There's wisdom in that play as well, because if they are to Ben Beckman, now they only got rid of 1, and that's that. Okay, so we've already... did we actually use... I'm sorry. Did I use a Gum Gum Giant to get... Okay, we did that. We did that. I did that. And that's why. That's why. Man, I tell you what. When I'm outside of the ring, Jack... Oh, shit, we still lost both of them? When I'm outside of the ring, it's a different mode of hockey, okay? So now we draw that Normal Beam. We're valuing the Normal Beam over everything right now. And I know what the board looks like, and I know typically you want to clean up, blah, blah, blah. But right now, in my head, it's all about getting that life all the way down. We do have more of a board developed than they do, okay? By at least 1 card, okay, if nothing else. And we want them to feel so uncomfortable playing their biggest card, their biggest game-breaking card right now, that they won't do it at all, okay? We're trying to convince them to not play their Shanks. That's what these matches come down to. I would say I sound like a broken record, but this is the song you want to hear, so no broken record here. Can we block that? It looks like we can, actually. Oh yeah. Now what do you want to get rid of? You can swing into my leader. You can do that too, I guess. Yeah. Oh, fuck me. You can swing into my leader now, take me down to 1 life. It's getting a little dicey. It's getting a little. It's a hour past dice o'clock. It's 15 after. I'm counting up my Dawn, right? I got 9 Dawn, but don't forget we also have our leader's ability available as well. We're just trying to empty their hand, and then we're gonna 2-shot that ass, okay? So they bring me down to 8, and they're gonna give me 2 2Ks. That's all that's gonna take. Oh, okay. Yeah, I almost wish I would have put Uno Mas on there, right? Kind of wish I would have put one more on there, but you know, it is what it is. So I'm thinking, do I want to play Senor Pink? Bring out a Noro Beam? Like, just how crazy am I trying to get? I swing 8 to see what they got for me. And we take another life. We swing 11 to 5. If you ain't have 8, you ain't got 11, Jack. Now, what did they have? They had 3 and then bricks. 3 and bricks. Okay, so they weren't gonna get. And that was me checking their temperature right there. The best I could have thought to do, honestly, is look. I got some counter 2 and 4, right? Not too much. But I was going to be able to swing 8, get some cards out of their hand, possibly swing 5 again, and then play out a Senor Pink, which would give me a Gum Gum Giant, possibly allowing me to make it through the round. I was going to draw another Gum Gum Giant, which is cray cray. But yeah, you know, it gets dicey like that, even with Magellans being played. So one thing you got to learn when going up against Shanks is when to flip the kill switch and ignore their board and just go for that life. Had I pitter pattered with these fucking assholes right here, I probably could have got them off the board because, you know, they all these cards, they had a bunch of bricks, but we don't fucking know that, right? And we can't guarantee that, right? So we decided to, instead of giving them blockers, we went for face, and then we were able to clean them up the next turn. That's how we did it. That's how we did it. Next one. Everything is romantic. Okay, so we're going up against Zoro, who up until this point has been a bit of a dick rider to our purple calls. We get all the Magellans. They chose to go second, so we're like, fuck. We ain't got no play, Jose. And they left Dawn up, so we're not gonna swing and give them 2 fucking choppers. Tony choppers off the Rizzy, right? We're not about to do that. We don't need to do that. We've played Chopper before. Excuse me, we played Zero before. We got to know better than that. Right here, it looks like we're gonna have to take that one. We're gonna act like we had an option, but we're ultimately not gonna do anything. Now look, so when you find yourself in a position where you got all of your fucking, you know, all of your damn ass events, as frustrating as that can be, and it can be, understand that you are in a position to, if you make it to the end, you hoop, you win. You big, them small, okay? So I decided to swing 7 into 4 to guarantee that card gets off the board, because look, we're gonna take some hits either way. We do not want to oh yeah, we want to activate that one, but we do not want to play any of these counters either way, right? No matter what. And sure enough, I figured we would be taking 2 to 3 hits max. We just take 2. Man, we're okay with that. We're okay with that. Because guess why? Now, we've got the Rosinante. We got Diamante. We can actually play both of them out and then still have 2 Dawn up for the buffoonery, right? And it looks like that's exactly what we're going to do. We get rid of Gamma Knife. We draw. We're going to grab that Noro Beam. We're going to put 1 up. We can now swing 6 into 4. They only have 5 cards in hand. We'll put 2 Dawn active sexually. There is a bit of a world where we might be a little concerned, but you know, they really don't have any hand augmentation available to them in this, and pretty much in any red. So we're not worried about that. This is the swings we got to deal with. We're gonna give them 2 Diamantes. Yeah. They're gonna swing again. We don't want to take this if we don't have to. We give them that. Okay, we give them that because it's only -1. Cool. They're going to go ahead and do that. We take, we're at 0. Fuck the wuck, right? Well, now we can either put one of those in life, or we can just swing into both of them, see what they give us and what they don't give us, and then big mom whatever's left, because that's how you want to play against red. Okay, with red, you want to go ahead and just poke the bear. It's not poke the bear. What am I saying? With red, you want to continually get rid of what they play, and then you swing. And then you swing. Red is fire, and you do not walk past the fire with Zoro, or you will get effed in the A. Okay, so now instead of giving them another life, we played a Lin Lin, and we just gave ourselves one, right? So at this juncture, we can go ahead and Gum Gum Giant, get rid of one of the sugars, draw 2, and give them that, and we're hooping again, right? If they try any more funny business, we got plenty more where that came from. It looks like they do have just that much more funny business. We could actually take that if we wanted to. We choose not to. We give them that. Okay, cool. I don't know how I feel about that one, to be honest with you. I think I would have liked to probably take it and then just give them a fucking play out another Lin Lin, right? But we choose to not do that. Instead, we're going to go ahead and keep playing the slow game we've been playing. We're going to swing 7 at them. They let it go. Now let's swing 6. And we'll swing 5 and 6 on Fox 26, actually. Yeah. And then swing 9. Guys, we got this game under control. That's what this is all about. We have controlled the fire. We have controlled the Zoro. We put these animals back in the zoo. It's like Ape Escape. Yeah, remember that game? Ape Escape, older than everybody but me. Ape Escape. You got to go back and catch them. You got that net. Yep. Anyways, they're going to swing 9 to 5 Dolly Parton style. Looks like they got another 9. So I'm going to have to hashtag have this. You know what I'm saying? So I want them to go ahead and swing instead of develop anything further. So that's exactly what I lullaby them into doing. We're going to Noro Beam that ass. We're going to Kilimanjaro that ass. And then we're going to give them sugar for that ass. And that's going to be the ball game. Yeah, that's going to be the GG ball game. I'm actually surprised they didn't want to play that out. But with that, we would have had, let's see, they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they have 5K encounter, which means they could have gotten out of this, well, 5K and then 7, right? But I would have 9, and they could have gotten out of that 9, and then I would have swung 7, and they wouldn't have got out of the 7. They would have gotten a 2K, and then I would have just started actually divvying up the Dawn here. And we would have been able to get that out of there. But yeah, sometimes I swing big first, because when you have a lot of cards in hand, I want to just see how many cards you're going to get out of your hand first before I do any kind of investment. Because if you're looking at this, if you're seeing what I'm seeing, which is 4, 9, yeah, that's what I'm saying, which is 9 Dawn, there is a world where I don't spend a Dawn, right? I play Big Mom, put that up, and then I still get 2 more Dawn, right? You know, there's all kinds of things going on. I don't think I would have done that, but I think the 9, and then we start divvying up the Dawn, seeing what that temperature is looking like, right? Let's see if I got time for one more. As you guys know, Dofil Among Us has been among us still, even with Jinbei being gone. Now, they chose to go first, which means I'm going second. I still opted to shuffle back that Magellan, because I'm like, I think one of these, honestly, I really think one of these was like a mistake, a big city mistake. But anyways, I can swing 5 into the face, and I can develop a 5 drop, right? You know, we can see what we can do. But I'm going to start by swinging 5 into that face. Man, I really do have my choice. I really do have my choice, and I go ahead with the Magellan. I do think maybe it was the last one or this one, but I know that I fat thumbed a mulligan, and I was like, oh shit, you know, but I got him back anyways, whatevs. So they're gonna have 1 less Dawn to work with. They're playing out their starter deck 3 Doflamingo. Is that the big one? I think that's the big one. I think that's the 7 for 7, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, okay. And they draw Gecko Moria. Started deck 3. Okay. So now they're gonna give me a little 7/7. Oh, a little 8. A little 8 and 7. Yeah. Oh, we're taking those. We are hashtag taking those. This game's looking rough. This game's looking rough. Oh yeah. Free ramp. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We got the counter out. Double that. Oh shit. I go down to 1. Have I lost my mind? Yes. Yes is always the answer to that question. So it looks like we're at 8 Dawn. And they took a 6-6. They've lost it. They took a 6-6. They've lost it. Wow. Wow. Okay. All those cards? Really? Now that's a surprise. That's a big city surprise. It's a big city surprise, gang. Okay, so they're at 6 Dawn total, which seems pretty damn low, but I guess, you know, all things considered. So we're gonna give them a 2K there, and right now, we're not too worried. We're not too worried because, yeah, we got some counter. I said we got some counter. Yeah. We're setting ourselves up for this Big Mom play. We're going to Big Mom that Jozu, right? And now we're going to do the same thing we've done with the Zoro. We're going to smother them. We're going to actively smother them, okay? So if you couldn't, yeah, I was going to say, you couldn't block out last time. I don't know how long you're going to be able to counter out this. If they give us all of their hand to save this card, that's fine with me. I'm going to do that before I'm going to give them one more card. We get 2 more active, and peep this. The next play, first off, we're back at 2 life. The next play, we got Doflamingo into Senor Pink. Senor Pink's going to bring us back an event. And we still have 2 up right now for a Neural Beam. Oh shit. That is the Doflamingo. That is the Doflamingus. They're going to swing 7 into 5. We get the ramp back to 10. We could actually take, but we choose not to, huh? Turn that bitch ass siege sideways. We turn that one sideways. Okay, cool. So we turn the Doflamingo, the mango. We turn it sideways. We're swinging 9 into 6. We want to get rid of that. And yeah, we can go into pink. Yeah, okay. We can get that Neural Beam. Okay. And we can swing 2 over the doffy. Instead, we're gonna make it 3. They're gonna have to give us 2 2Ks to keep this alive. 2 to 3 cards to possibly 4. Like, it's gonna be a lot. Okay. Swinging 5 into 5. I wonder if you guys can hear my wife singing. That's crazy. So now they got a full 10 Dawn. I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep my shit together. They got a full 10 Dawn. They play out Moria, Gecko, Boa from Trash, 7 to us. Oh, what do you know? It's a fucking Boa. We get to ramp all the way back to 10. We can turn that Gecko sideways. I mean, the Gecko. We can turn that Doflamingo sideways and give a Rosa. Oh, shit. Yeah, we got to do all of them now. Yeah. We're all right because we kind of own the board right now. We got all the bigs, but we're getting towards that final act, though. I will say that. We are getting towards the final act. Yeah, we're officially here for a good time, not a long time. Unless we draw into a Senor. Oh, shit. Yo, it's do or die time, baby. You guys see, first off, do you guys see how Jinbei is like They don't have Jinbei and they're still fucking crazy, dude. This is nuts. All right. It just got real. Okay, so we got 10 Dawn. They got 5 cards in hand. We've got 3 9K bodies, though. Come on, dude. Come the F on, okay? Each 9 is taking 2 cards, right? So you would have to give me... this will make you 7, 9. Each 9's taking 3 cards. 7, 9, you can block out. Then you have to give me 1 life. Then you can possibly block out. Then you have to give me 1 life. You get what I'm saying? So we can do 9, 9, 9, give 3, 9, and then 7 is 12. So I think that's what we're going to... Oh, shit. We're giving them 9. All right. Oh, yeah. We got to do that first because they could have a card that would bottom deck that shit somehow. I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's not looking good for them at all. Because now I give them 7. And now I know you can't do nothing about this. And I know you more than likely can't do anything about this. Yes. Well, that was a little risky bisky. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. So sorry. No ASMR. That was risky bisky. Let me tell you, whiskey. They have 2, 4, 6, right? If they have 2, 4, 6, that means they can go up to 11. If we made this 11, there's nothing they can do. Right. And then stay with me. We know this is a 1K counter, right? 2, 4, 6 makes it 11. That makes it 12. So that means what I should have done is absolutely swung 11. Okay. 11 into 11. And then there's nothing they can do, right? They take this hit. And then even if this was 3 2Ks and they got that 1K, 3 plus 9 is 12. We mathed them the fuck out of the game, okay? So that's why learn from me, learn from my mistakes. Sometimes it's their mistakes, sometimes it's my mistakes, right? That's why I post these games no matter who looks great. Recognize that when it's times like this, you really got to take a second, think about it, and then make your move. Because if they had 2, 4, 6, I would have got fucked I would have got effed in the A, dog. I would have been effed in the A, and I would have been sick. Sick. Anyways, yeah, that about that. Look at that big city development, putting on that big city. Pressure. Let's take it over to the gist of the list. Well, there you have it, gang. Man, after running this list and playing it, all that good stuff, I'm like, damn, dog, why was I thinking about playing anything else? I know it kind of got me hype again. It got me hype, got me feeling those glory days. You know what I mean? It's been a little while since I was running this list because, you know, I've had to, you know, I've come up with the film, the purple black Luffy film since then. I've come up with the red purple Luffy list that I showed you guys. You know, I'm coming up with this one as well. Well, this one is I already knew I was going right back to this after that tournament. But yeah. So, man, I really want to know what you guys think. I'm giving you as much data as I can. If you're one of the tournaments this Saturday, you know what I mean? Best of luck to you. And this is my tournament list for Purple Luffy. I think everything performed pretty damn well. Diamante actually didn't show up like almost at all. I think probably one game maybe. But that's okay because, like, you know, what really showed up was these neural beams all the damn ass time and these lens all the damn ass time, and that's what wins the game for us all the damn ass time. Is there a dangerous world where we put these in here? No, that's too much. That's way too much. That, sir, would be too bold. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, maybe we do one of these. Anyways, see what I'm saying? The cope starts happening, bro. This cope starts happening. But anyhow, do comment down below. You know, smash that like button, finger pop that subscribe, turn on the bell, and go down in them comments. Let me know, what am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? What would you be doing differently? And the question of today is, Which list? This one or the RP Luffy one? Remember yesterday's list, right? Yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday now. So yesterday's list, which one do you like more? I'm really interested to see what you guys' take is on it. You know, we're big Luffy fucking mains around here, whether it be purple, black, red, purple, black, blue, purple, green. God bless. How many colors are there in the rainbow? The rainbow Luffy. Okay, we're here for it. We're inclusive. We're extremely inclusive with our Luffys over here. But anyways, gang. Yes, that's gonna do it for this one. This has been Murado Music with 3-piece TCG. Big old beard pirates TCG, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Stuck up in it, stuck in it. I'm stuck in the game, fucking it up with the gang. For the love of the money and fame, I can tell I never could change. I said I'm stuck in the game, fucking it up with the gang. For the love of the money and fame, I can tell I never could.